fuck is Planet?
It's an Ed Wood science fiction movie.
Oh, that's old as shit.
Oh, it's old as shit. You know, it's so funny. Because he made this movie on a shoestring, literally.
Well,
Because
they didn't have anything but the shoestrings back
Because
then.
to go from in and out of the spaceship, it was a curtain. Not a door. A fucking curtain.
Really? This is like, that's first fucking movie shit, isn't it?
That was made in the 50s.
Oh, 50s. So
Late 50s.
Yeah, it's just when it's starting.
You know who Ed Wood is, right?
I know Johnny Depp played him.
Yeah. He was a filmmaker
Well,
and a cross-dresser. He liked dressing up like a woman. In fact, he made a movie where he's playing a guy that turns into a woman in the movie.
huh.
Yeah, he's a weird guy.
Well, I mean, Shakespeare people used to always do that.
But this Bela Lugosi's in the movie, right? You know who Bela Lugosi is, right? He played Dracula and shit.
Okay, no.
All right,
Okay.
so
I'm not a huge. My movie. Remember, when I
Well,
was a child,
he's-
I wasn't allowed to watch anything that's R-rated.
oh, okay. Well, maybe it was back then. But you know him, Boris Karloff, Basil Rathbone, all those kind of guys. They were all in movies at about the same time. Vincent Price. But he was a heroin addict, and he died in the middle of the movie. So he played Dracula. You know, he'd always be like with a cape. I mean, doing that. So what they did, they had another guy like this for the rest of the movie.
Oh Lord! So at some point he just stopped showing his face in the movie.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, the heroin will get you. Heroin.
Yeah, he was a serious heroin addict too. They said he was really bad. He was shooting it up and shit. Some movies he couldn't finish because he'd be too fucked up.
Well, that was Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. He was always on fucking heroin.
Yep.
Still got the movies done, but
Yep.
died a couple times probably.
Yep. And then the other guy, he was so overweight, he had a heart attack about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, but he's not anymore.
No, I know. I saw him yesterday on something. Yesterday, I saw him. He was slim. He was on Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
Well, he was on a while ago. You fucking watched shit late.
Oh, I go back in the archives, see stuff I haven't seen before.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I listened to that one right away. Kevin Smith's always been one of my favorite personalities. And then when he started smoking, another one that started smoking weed late.
He did.
Just like me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I smoked when I was young, but I quit for a long time.
Right.
So,
What made you go? What made you go back?
Rogan.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And it became medically legal.
Yeah.
Like, my biggest fear was going to fucking
Going to
jail
jail.
when I was young.
Well, most people, that's how they were.
You know what I'm saying? And then the paranoia started kicking in, and it started making me think it was killing me. So I started having panic attacks. And they didn't stop after the fucking... Because at that point, once I quit the weed, the depression just got worse. Because, opportunities stop happening. I don't really complete anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No real relationships to
Yeah.
speak of, friends, or, I mean, I had a couple friends, but they were, doing their own thing, trying to live their life. So it's like, at one point, I was fucking hallucinating.
Without drugs?
Yeah. Fucking...
Were you on prescription drugs?
Not yet.
Okay.
Just before I went
Just
on.
before you put, yeah.
Yeah, because I worked at ER, and then I told John I didn't want to do it anymore because they had they promoted me and gave me a job as a manager of the office or the equipment. So I was basically supposed to make sure that all the equipment was clean and everyone took care of the shit.
A lot of responsibility.
Mild amount of responsibility.
Yeah.
Half of what my responsibility was before. So, they split the company up, and the owner bought the other owner out, and that made it so that position couldn't afford the fucking high salary that I was making. So, and I don't think I was doing the job that they thought I don't know what they expected me to do, but you know what I'm saying, you can only clean the equipment so many times.
Right.
Eventually I'm just gonna be standing around doing nothing.
Doing nothing, looking stupid.
Yeah.
I hate jobs like that. I'd rather be doing something.
Yeah.
Than standing around. I had a job working for the steel company. Great Lakes Steel down river there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So they still open, you think?
Oh no, they've been closed. So, you know, I get to work that morning, and, you know, I went through orientation. Coming tomorrow, you start work tomorrow. Cool! I come in, and the guy tells me, follow me. So I follow him. We go down to this little room. We go down to this little room, and he hands me a broom, a mop pail, and a mop. Then we go back upstairs, and it's a hallway about 3 blocks long. 3 city blocks long. And he says, this is your job. Sweep that all the way down, then mop it all the way down. When you get to the other end, go back and do it again. I'm like, what? Yep, that's your job. He's talking about boring. Oh my God.
Yeah, I couldn't do the factory work.
It was so boring.
I didn't even try it.
And it was real loud in there. You go, oh, sirens going off.
Yeah, shit's happening.
Shit's going on, man. And I made the mistake of, they had me on 6 days, 12 hours. Okay? Just making good money.
Going up and down the fucking hallway.
Making good money. But I had to work that Saturday morning. That Friday night, Cream was playing at the Grandy Ballroom.
Who, Cream?
Cream. I'm not missing Cream. Is you crazy?
Cream with Eric Clapton, huh?
Yeah.
Before Eric Clapton came.
Yeah. That was his biggest band he had. And I'm not missing Queen, so I go see Queen. I drop 2 hits of acid. I don't get off. So I go directly from the Grandy Ballroom to work. I get about 20 minutes from work, and I start feeling the acid.
Imagine trying to fucking sweep a hallway on acid.
I was going off. You can see hot steel going down the line.
Yeah.
That shit was unbelievable.
That's like fucking dwarf. You see dwarves start running by and shit. That's what you think of.
Man, that shit was very psychedelic.
I believe it.
And I'm hearing music in my head. It's not music I've never heard before. Have you ever done that? Have you ever heard music you've never heard before?
No.
Oh, that happened to me twice.
How do you know you haven't heard it before?
Because there's songs I've never heard before.
What if you had heard? Okay, but were they newer songs or were they older songs?
No, I've never heard them before.
Since,
before, or after. Just that one time.
Yeah, but what if you heard it and you were in a zone of something else and it got stuck in your head?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's just music going off in your head.
I'm working.
No, what kind of music?
And all of a sudden,
we're not talking words. We're talking like
music, not the words.
Yes, okay.
Instrumental.
Yeah.
So I'm working. And I hear this guitar lead. It was beautiful. Most beautiful guitar lead I've ever heard in my life. I hear the drums and the bass. And I'm looking around like, what the fuck? You know. And then I'm like, somebody's playing the radio. I've never heard that song before. I wonder who's that? I wonder who that is. Because I was really into music. Big time. I was like, I wonder who that is. You know. And then it stopped. And about an hour later, it started again. Same song. And I'm like, and I was at the other end of the hall now. How am I hearing this shit? And I'm looking around. Nobody else is acting like they're hearing any music. They're just walking by.
You sure it wasn't in the concert that night? Because Cream, you know, Eric Clapton's known for his guitar riffs. Wasn't he that type of dude that was just epic on the guitar?
Dude, yeah. I mean, I knew all that. I knew all the Cream songs.
It's crazy. That was the one dude that my dad actually listened to that was a drug guy. Because he was a heroin addict, wasn't he?
Heroin and cocaine.
Yeah, but my dad, for some reason, just ignored the fuck out of that.
In fact, the drummer, Ginger Baker, he was a big drug head. He was like on heroin like you wouldn't believe, but he was one of the best drummers in the world. He'd take that heroin, he could play, just like, yeah, he was unbelievable. He just died about 3 months ago. Somebody else just died. What the fuck was it? It was on TV. I was shocked. What the fuck was it just died? Can't remember now.
That comedian from Detroit just died a couple weeks ago.
Who? No, I ain't
Witherspoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was funny.
Mm-hmm. He was one of those natural funny dudes. Like.
Oh yeah.
Just talking.
Just talking. He just
Chappelle's like that. I think Chappelle's one of those dudes that just rants and finds humor in so much shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Chappelle, he's automatic. I call that automatic comedy. Sometimes he's on the stage, he just starts talking.
Yeah.
And shit comes. Boom, 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 boom. You know.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of comedians have that ability, like that's part of the...
Off the top of their head.
But it's something that you don't do on your specials. It's not something you see unless you go to the shows. And we don't have a huge comedy scene in Detroit, so...
We don't, do we?
Think about one place.
We don't, you're right.
You can't. I know there's at least 2 places in Royal Oak. Well, let me rephrase
that. It's probably something downtown we don't know about yet. There's so many new things down there.
Yeah, we would have heard about it with Rogan and all them.
Because he was at the Fox. Well, he was talking about it too on his show. He talked about Fox.
The
Fox
played
show.
the Fox because he can play the Fox.
Yeah,
he has the ability.
He said that's one of his favorite places to play. He loves the Fox Theater.
And then whatever it was, Shafir was at like the Magic Bags where I saw Duncan.
Shafir, they have comedy there. Yeah, they do.
It doesn't fit. It fits enough people.
What about?
But there's not an actual club where people can come.
That's a comedy club. Period.
Well, because at the hotel they used to have one.
The what hotel?
The Holly Hotel up in Holly.
Oh, up in Holly.
Yeah, they used to have that's where Tim Allen got his start, I guess. Not got his start, but one of the places
he played when he was
local
up.
guy, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the one guy that got very successful, didn't he?
Oh, he's a dick. So
you say he's a dick?
That's what everyone told me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a fucking cokehead.
That's what he got busted for coke.
Yeah, he's a cokehead. Another guy that my dad just seems to ignore the fucking past. Like, it doesn't make, because that's why Zeppelin, and he didn't listen to Zeppelin, or he didn't listen to any of the actual good music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they were...
Yeah, they were drug
bad guys.
Bad influences.
They were bad guys.
Yeah, he didn't want you to be, you don't want to be influenced.
Yeah.
And it's like, how dumb were you?
But see, that didn't influence me.
Me either. What other people did doesn't influence, like, it influences me a little bit. Like, if someone's like, oh, that's really good weed, then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to try it.
I mean, I tried heroin one time.
But some idiot's like, there's good heroin. I'm not going to be like, well, fuck it. He plays good music.
See, back then, when heroin was introduced to me, I'd never heard of it before. I didn't know what heroin was. I didn't know what it did.
What year was that? Was back in the
late 60s.
Yeah, late 60s. So
yeah, I didn't know nothing about it. There were no drug education classes.
It's different because there's no Reagan, no Reagan. There's no Nixon. Nixon's not president yet, so it's a different world. You know what I'm saying? You still could and
it wasn't fake stuff out there. It wasn't designer drugs.
No, because there's no need to hide it. You could just go and fucking sell it you could actually make LSD in your house, go to a fucking festival, get rid of it, and not have to worry about going to jail. Then Nixon gets involved, and he wants to put the hippies and the black people away, and the Mexicans.
That's when the state police started watching us through binoculars. We'd be at Memorial Park. They used to sell a lot of dope at Memorial Park.
Where's Memorial Park?
Right here, 13 Mile in Woodward. Is it 13 or 14 Mile in Woodward?
You talking about
they even had a disc golf thing there at one time. Right there at 13 in Woodward.
Oh, you talking about Star Park? No, 13 in Woodward is...
It's right across from that...
Oh, there's a baseball field and shit there?
It's right across from that drive...
Yeah. I never really thought about that.
Oh, yeah. That used to be a busy place.
Well, I mean, again, it's just a baseball field now. There's
but back then it wasn't a baseball field. It was just a park with swings and...
Oh, okay. I didn't
sliding board and all that kind of shit.
I don't think that shit's even there anymore.
I don't think so either.
I think it's just a baseball.
Oh, that's changed.
That's probably why, because of the drugs. They probably...
No. Yeah, no. It stayed like that a long time after the drugs were gone. It stayed like that for at least another 10 or 15 years before it started changing. There was no,
Yeah, because Beaumont wasn't there. I bet when Beaumont came in, everything changed.
Yeah.
That's one of my earlier memories is playing underpitched softball or underpitched baseball right outside Beaumont and like a little grass thing next to Beaumont. I just remember the building being there because I didn't play t-ball. My dad skipped me right to slow pitch.
Uh-huh.
And Yeah, I just remember. Maybe it was in that park.
It might have been.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that was the first frisbee golf thing was there too that I ever seen.
Really?
We used to throw frisbees back then, you know.
Yeah.
So they put one there. It was one there.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Long time ago, yeah. Back in the late 60s, early 70s.
No way.
It was the first one I knew of.
The first one in Michigan was like 79.
Well, maybe it was 79 then.
Yeah, because the basket.
Whenever it was.
Because the baskets didn't get made till the late 70s.
Whenever it was, they had one there.
Yeah.
With the basket and the whole night. I think I had about 3 or 4 baskets.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it would be like Civic Center up in... You ever heard of Civic Center up in Auburn Hills?
Yeah.
There's a little original disc golf course there that was built in like the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got the original basket still. And it is a bitch. Because it's really short.
Yeah.
And you can't make putts.
Well, I see, what's his name won $900?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
fucking yesterday.
It was on Facebook.
Prick.
Y'all went together, didn't you?
Not on the same card.
Oh, okay.
When we go play this league, it's like you pull a number, and whatever number you pull, is who you play with. So I didn't know until he came. Like he's all, ooh, you know,
I know.
smile on his face. And he still tied me. We still tied. He did. Because, yeah. We shot. We tied for third.
So what did you get? An eagle? Is that what that was?
No, ace. So
is that just one shot?
Yeah, it was a hole probably from here to that garage.
Got you.
That's literally how far this hole. It's not a very big hole, but it's not easy either.
Yeah, no.
It's to that garage, but there's a tunnel that's only like 4 foot wide. That is a straight, like you can see it, and it's like a tunnel of trees.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like, I can throw it right at.
Right between them.
Or there's just like an
angle,
4 foot gap on the right side that you can kind of
angle it in.
Yeah, and slide it in. But if you do that, you have to, you're kind of praying because you got to get through trees that are kind of done in there.
Yeah,
but
you gotta get it just right.
Yeah, there's gaps, but it's like you're not aiming for that gap. You're aiming for this gap, and you're hoping it hits that gap.
Yeah.
Where the other one, I'm aiming for this gap, and if I hit it, so he came up and he did this thing where he throws a flick shot, and he threw a flick shot, and I guess it kind of turned. And at the last second, it kind of faded into the basket type thing. Yeah. So, with a putter, so it's impressive.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. I can't fire. I've never aced that thing. I've gotten a 7 on that hole. I hit a fucking tree, like right up, because I was trying to throw this Heiser thing. And I hit the tree and it went into the woods.
Oh.
So I'm in the woods standing there.
Even
I'm
deeper.
I'm about a bunch of trees, and I'm trying to like just flick it out real quick. So I go, huh. And it hits the tree in front of me, comes back, hits me in the neck, falls into my hand. I'm like,
oh man.
So I just kind of fucking flipped it out there. And again, this is only not even a 200 foot hole. It's like 190.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happens, but it rolls up, and I try to do something, and I end up outside the fucking tree line where I'm supposed to be, and then do 7 shots later, I fucking got it in the basket.
Shoved and shot her. Huh?
For 200 in the tournament.
What was it, a par 4 or something like that?
No, it's a fucking par 3. It's actually more like a par 2 because it's literally...
It's short.
It's literally right there. So, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
It kind of ruined my my tournament. Like after that, it was like, well, I'm just fucking trying.
Yeah, I'm just playing. Yeah.
Well, when I usually fuck up in the beginning, I'll start trying shit, and then I fuck up even more.
Yeah.
But it's like, still, might as well try it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna win anyway, so let me experiment.
Yep. Yeah, and then they're changing that course up there, which is sad because I really enjoy that course. But I don't think I'm going to enjoy the way they change it. I think they're just making it long to make it long because they want the pros don't like poke and pray courses because it equalizes it, and they don't like to be equalized. So they want a little advantage. Well, they like a place where they can use their arms.
Yeah.
So they want big fucking throws.
Long, yeah.
Wide open, so you can really let it go. Cause
see where it's going.
Yeah, most people can't throw 400 feet down a pipe. You know what I'm saying? There's a select few pros that can actually do that. Everyone else needs, a giant, S-curve, or they need space to come out wide.
And come back in.
Yep. So they're changing the course so it's a little more friendly to pros, but at the same time it might not be, because if they don't get rid of some of the trees, it's just going to be literally throw as hard as you can at that gap and hope to fucking God you get through.
We used to take, the street I lived on had trees on both sides, lining the whole street. So what we used to do to get accurate with it, he would stand in a certain spot and he couldn't move. I had to make that frisbee or disc go right to him, like do it.
Yeah, we do that before rounds.
Yeah.
So like,
get your accuracy together.
Well, it's more about just loosening it up for us, because they throw different. You know what I'm saying? A putter throws kind of like a frisbee. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It doesn't have nearly as much glide as a real frisbee does, because the frisbee's bigger. But it has that same kind of glide where if you put it on the right thing, it'll just spin and float forever straight and never turn. The drivers aren't like that. Drivers are made to come back. So you have to put a different, like you actually have...
Put a different spin on
where the other ones, where if you put too much, you're always flipping it. You know what I'm saying? Where you have to put a perfect spin on the other one and get it to kind of pop up and do what you want. These ones, you have to put more than what you would a frisbee, because if you're doing what a frisbee does, it'll work, but you'll only get so far. Because they're, and it depends on the disc. And
the weight of some of those discs, they're gonna go further.
Yeah, way farther. They go 500 feet. I've seen my buddy Chris throw a rock, which is a mid-range, which is a 5-speed, close to. It was a 540 foot hole. He was close to 40 feet out, and it was straight. No, like, like he went whop, and it popped up, and it just went straight for 500 feet, and eventually it just kind of sat down, and it was like, what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? And I've seen other guys like put out the big one, because that's a putter or a mid-range.
Okay.
Where, I saw Ziggy, one of the pros in the area. He's a young kid, won Worlds when he was young, in the junior division. And I seen him throw at fucking States one time, and it had to be a 700-foot throw.
Damn.
It came up, and it was one of these throws where you had to throw a blind throw out and have it turn this way, and the basket was over there. But it came out and it was heading towards the basket, and at the last second, because it was a destroyer, it decided to do what it was supposed to do, and hooked up and went another 100 feet. But it went back this way. Yeah, but it was 600 feet on this angle.
Damn.
Just spinning, holding, and at the last...
After it lost velocity,
it flattened up and then came back, and it was like... it blew my fucking mind. Because, again, the guy's been throwing since he was fucking, 10. Been playing with pros since he was 15.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like... He knows, like, there's a reason.
He knows how to throw that
motherfucker. Knows how to throw it.
Yeah. He's had enough practice.
Practice is not even fucking... Yeah, he's had enough just play. But, even the best players can be beat.
At any time.
Yep, because he gets in his head. A lot
They're
of them...
vulnerable.
All the ones that are local, all their biggest issues is they always get in their head. You know what I'm saying? Some little thing happens... or they have a little bad, and even it may be just like 2 bad holes, but those 2 bad holes, and it's also to do with the fact that they all have lives. You know what I'm saying? The local pros here, minus Ziggy, have jobs.
Got you. Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? They're all working real jobs, and they come at night and play.
Right.
So we're the real pros that are out there
making money doing it.
Yeah, are playing like they do, like a real pro does.
Right.
Fucking 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
You got to if you want to be a pro. In anything.
That's in any. I was getting ready to say the same thing. That's in anything.
Yeah.
If you want to be a pro, you gotta
put the pro time in.
Put the time in.
That's why fucking Jordan was better.
Unless you're a fucking natural, you gotta put the time.
Even then.
Yeah, you still gotta practice.
Because a lot of these guys are naturals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these pros that And they're naturals. They're fucking out there. The one dude, 2 of them I know of, they're local guys that never really, didn't think they had real jobs.
I was thinking about Bill Burr. He's got to think about basketball players.
Yeah.
And how white dudes. He said black dudes be dunking on them and they dick me in their face, they be upset. He's a crazy motherfucker.
That dude is something else, man. He just sits there and rants.
I know, he's cracking the fuck up.
Just rants for an hour and a half. And sometimes you're like, wow, dude, that's fucking... That's old man shit.
He's wild. What is that?
Deadhead.
Let me see.
It's all deadhead. I got some blueberry in the closet. Oh shit, I thought that was MJ.
It's nice and dense though.
Yeah, it did alright. It wasn't a very good plant. I got issues where I gotta figure out it's not that I gotta figure out, I've already figured it out. Just getting them to come around. The ones that are gonna be fixed. So I mean the quality's way better.
You know what I would like to do? I was thinking about the other day. Not right now, but maybe in the future we should have an event.
Okay.
Well,
there's
Michigan
events.
Cannabis.
There's events up at like Vehicle City, and we could rent a booth. You know what I'm saying, type thing.
When you say rent a booth, what do you mean?
Like, you've heard of Vehicle City?
No.
Okay, Vehicle City is one of the what you want to do. It's basically it's a building where if you have a med card, you can come in and hang out.
Oh, okay.
And there's not dealers. I don't want to say.
So they got tables.
They have booths that there are tables and
you rent it.
Yeah, they have food in there. They have couches. They have pool tables. They have an outdoor area that's fenced in with a fucking privacy fence. You know what I'm saying? I think they even have horseshoe pit.
But could we do a show there? That's the problem.
Oh, we can do whatever we want there. You pay $5 to get in. You can do what you want. So yeah, I already know guys up there that if we were to meet Dave, that would be a great place to meet Dave. They do Sapo sessions. Up there, the Sapo guy does sessions where he basically, I don't think he makes money off it, but he does I don't know what the hell it is, to be honest with you. I just see it on Instagram, and Dave's told me about it.
Huh.
So, mentioned it.
Now, where's this? Where's it located?
Flint.
Oh, okay.
That's
so it's
the
not
problem.
that far away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it takes forever to get there.
No, it only takes about an hour, but it's still a fucking hour, man.
Yeah.
That's 2 hours a day.
You're right.
And when you don't have much day,
you don't have much
I gotta
hours.
sleep 6 hours, or I fucking start getting dumb.
So you gotta have at least 6 hours, huh?
Yeah, and I make
Me too.
simple mistakes.
I gotta get 6 or 7 if I can. But
I prefer 7 to 8, 7.
But sometimes I only get 5.
Yeah.
Some nights I only get 5.
That's the thing. I'm not. It's one of those things where if you want to be healthy, you have to sleep.
I'm gonna tell you something that helps me though. Hash. If I smoke like a little bit of hash out of the pipe, like about half an hour before I go to bed, it'll knock me out.
Dude, I eat 3 cookies and I'm done for 7 hours, guaranteed.
You mean sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat hard.
Yeah.
7 hours, and I don't. It's whoa. It's if I have shit to do in the morning, your guy's smoking. It's hilarious. If I have shit to do in the morning, I won't do it. So this is something I've been trying to fucking figure out. Why can't I get addicted to the things I need to get addicted to?
What do you mean?
Like this yoga thing. I really need to start doing yoga on a daily basis because
You don't?
No, I don't.
Because?
I don't know. My ego's fighting me right now. For one, it was my knees were sore in the summer. And I got them checked, and then I proved to myself.
How long do you do a session? How long is a session?
They can average anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
Give or take. Because I did the DDP yoga, and it's hard.
Now, are you doing it every day? You're saying you're not doing it every day?
I'm not. I want to get on an everyday basis. I've been since I started. My knees started hurting. You know what I'm saying?
So when you do this, that means you need quiet. You need to be. No.
I just need time. That's one of my things. I need to do it in the morning because I don't have time during the day. Because I could do it, like, not now, but you know what I'm saying? After we're done with this, I could do it, which I might. But I'm probably going to, in my head, go, no, I need to go downstairs. Because I really do need to go downstairs. I need to do some shit down there.
Right.
I need to get that shit done. So I'm going to do that, and then when that's all done, someone's probably going to call me and be like, hey, I need blah, 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 so I'm going to have to deal with them.
Yeah.
So
then you forget about it for a while.
And then by nighttime, there's no way I'm doing it because I have no energy or willpower left to push myself to do it. But I can't get myself... I'm trying to figure out what's making me resist doing it in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, just getting up and doing it. Why? Is it because of the pain? Because what I'm doing is actually changing my body, in a sense, making me more flexible. I'm stretching.
Okay, right.
And doing things to my body I haven't done in 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to do stuff when I played baseball in high school.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you this right now. The more flexible you are, the healthier you
yeah, and
you're going to be,
and that's
the older you get.
Right. And I know, because Rogan had talked about a guy, a football player I think it was, that started doing Taekwondo and had to, like, completely change his body. You know what I'm saying? Because he was healthy, but he was healthy in a different way because he was a football player.
Right.
Where Taekwondo, you have to be flexible. And and he said it was painful as fuck, and it took him a year to get to that point. And it's like, I keep that in my head, but at the same time, it's still like, there's days where it's like, fuck, man.
Oh, man, I can't do stuff with my legs like I used to.
Yeah?
Oh, no, I can forget
legs,
that. I can forget that. I mean, I used to roller skate and do karate and all kinds of stuff. You know, all kinds of leg-involved stuff. Power.
Yeah.
We used to power skate, speed skate, you know. And
speed skate?
Yeah, somebody clocked us one time at 19 miles an hour.
Jesus, man. Where'd you find time to do all this shit?
Well, I used to roller skate 3 times a week.
I guess I play disc golf 3 times a week, so...
Yeah, I used to roller skate 3 times a week, man.
Hey! Get off that. Yeah.
I used to go to every rink in southeastern Michigan. I knew all those rinks.
Rinks?
Roller skating rinks.
Oh, yeah, there used to be a lot of those. They were dying off when I was a kid. They weren't really, like... I didn't get to go much because my dad's not going to spend money.
Well, roller skating is a traditional black thing. In the black community.
Are you sure about that? I mean, I'm not saying it's not.
Dude,
but it's traditional in white communities, too.
I'll take you to Northland one of these days. It'll blow your mind.
That's still open?
Yeah.
I drove by it. That's crazy.
It's still open.
Damn.
You go there on a Saturday night, it's packed. Packed.
See, that's the thing. I just don't want to be around that many people.
Yeah.
That's my...
when I used to skate, I didn't like to skate those hours.
Yeah.
I would skate what they call adult sessions. They start at like 9:45 in the morning and go until 1 o'clock.
Oh, so there's no kids.
No kids. It'd be about 30 or 40 people in the whole rink. So that's how I learned really quick. It was good exercise, but I can't do that shit no more.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't find it exciting.
And I used to ice skate too. I used to ice skate as well. I do spins and shit.
Well, I've ice skated. I just couldn't. I wasn't very good at it because there's no ice rinks in Holly, and the winters got worse as I got older. You know what I'm saying? Less ice, basically.
Yeah.
I remember seeing, because I remember there being more ice like the first couple seasons living in Holly where we could skate like, 3 months out of the year.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being like maybe you got end of January, February by the end of it type thing. And I don't know if it feels like it's the same way now.
I had a recreation center a half a block from my house. In the wintertime it was a skating rink. In the summertime it was a swimming pool.
Oh, nice.
And I could hear my mother calling me. That's how close it was to my house. My mother could stand on the porch and call me. I could hear her on the field.
Yeah. Well, we had a lake.
And they had a house. They had a little house about as big as this room right here.
Mm-hmm.
And they had every kind of sports equipment in there. All you had to do is go and ask for something. Give me a volleyball. Give me this. And they give it to you. And you play with it. And when you do playing with it, you bring it back and give it to them. It was great, man.
Yeah,
It was
the village
sweet.
didn't really have that. We had a little lake though, a little
Yeah.
pond right by me. That's why we could play. And my dad did try to, like, he got I remember he got a fucking snowblower, like a big ass snowblower, and I think it was like, but we got a couple warm years when I was in my late teens when we had the snowblower, so it didn't really work very well on the ice because it was always soggy.
Oh yeah.
You know, so fuck. It was like he tried, at least that he tried to get, but was it really that, or was it more about making sure he had his fucking lawn? You know, what was the snowblower for? Because it didn't work out as well as you wanted. Because it was big.
We had a big one.
Dude, it was huge.
Yeah.
Compared to the things now that you can get,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
a little fucking thing now that blows fucking snow 80 feet in the air. And this thing was like the same thing, but it was like,
It was huge.
Huge with wheels that were
Right.
huge. And
I know what you're talking about.
I
Yeah.
was like, fuck.
Oh man.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just because I'm, the pain. It's the growing pains. I gotta push through just like the mental shit.
Yeah.
You gotta have.
You gotta push through it.
Are you serious there, psycho? Yeah, you gotta push through. Hey, watch the phone.
But at the same time, you don't want to stretch your limits to the point where you injure yourself.
That's why I'm doing the yoga, because to be honest with you, that's why I got checked, and it's my hips. I have so much built up in here from not doing anything but sitting
For a long time.
for years and lifting. Like, I did work at ER, but that don't count.
Yeah.
So I've got a bunch of shit built up in my hips that I know I'm, especially with this yoga stuff, because that's all you're working on. You're trying to fucking twist the core.
Be flexible so you can get into different positions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm only in the beginning shit.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
See, like, I can't fold my legs like when I was young. I could do it. I can't do that shit now.
Oh,
I can't get into the lotus. I cannot get into a lotus.
I think that's the goal for the end of next year, to be able to meditate in the lotus.
In the lotus.
Because as of right now, I meditate in a chair.
Yeah.
Because if I tried to, I have recently, and if I do, it takes, I don't know how long I get in, but I definitely get in. It's probably about 5 to 6 minutes in, and I've got to fucking straighten them out.
I don't think I can go that far. I might go two minutes at the most. I got
Yeah.
So that bitch out of there.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Well, that's the thing. If we were rich, it might not be so bad. You might be like Rogan getting stem cells.
Yeah, I thought about that shit when you was talking about it.
Oh, dude, I've been thinking about it a lot. It's like, well, yeah, dude, if he's getting stem cells now, we as normal people, that should be something.
5 to 10 years.
Yeah, you'll see in
5 years.
5 years, maybe 3.
Maybe 3. Yeah, you're right.
But then
It'll be affordable.
the shit he's gonna get in 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
think
that's
about
it.
it, man. They're gonna have robots that are gonna be fucking just in there repairing shit as you tear it. Like, you'll like
Nanobots.
Oh, dude, what happens when fucking
Nanobots.
Jordan can take his body back to optimal time of like 30? Does he have the drive still? I think that dude still has the drive.
He has the money to do it.
No, that's not what I mean. A lot, like,
Oh,
you think about like NBA players. Say Hakeem. Hakeem's still alive, right? Elijah wants no.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think he's
Hakeem.
still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
He's still alive.
If he were able to do the same thing and take his body back to 32 or
Yeah.
30, for example, I don't think he'd play basketball. He wouldn't have the drive. He's become, different in life. He's gotten out of it for long enough. I think Jordan's that type of dude that if you gave him a chance to go to 30, he'd be back in the NBA the next year.
You think so?
Oh, for sure. And he'd still be dominant. If you gave him a couple players that were good,
Yeah.
oh, he'd kill it. And there's
So he killed it.
Oh, he would. Because there's still a few players that could do it. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe. Kobe'd be a guy, too, if you dropped him back to 30.
Oh, no, but I tell you, you do that with Wilt Chamberlain or...
Shaq right now would dominate.
which one? I think who would dominate. What's his name, man? Oh, fuck. He does karate, too, because he's in a Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him.
That's what I was talking about, Kareem.
Oh, my God.
He's still alive, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah.
He's still alive and flexible as shit. But he wouldn't have the drive. I don't see him. I don't see him as Jordan. Like, Jordan was different. That's why Jordan was the way he was. And why.
Well, Jordan was a guard, right?
Yeah, but different in the mindset. That's why LeBron never won 6 titles. Because he wasn't.
Well, he's not done yet.
How
many does he have now?
He has 2.
Yeah,
and I don't
that's
think
stretching it.
I don't think he's going to get 4.
That's stretching.
Yeah. So, I mean, he could. Don't get me wrong. It could happen. He could go for a 4-peat. But at the same time, again, he doesn't have that. I don't think he has that kind of drive that Jordan has. That has to be. He doesn't mind. Like, losing isn't everything to him. He's more awakened, I guess you would say, than Jordan.
Okay.
In a sense, like Jordan. If you think about the childhoods, Jordan had to go to college and put a year.
And
you know what I'm saying? Like,
and he didn't. This dude, right from high school,
dude. This dude was getting Hummers at sophomore year because they were like, "You're gonna get
They
signed.
knew what was happening.
You're getting drafted."
Yeah, ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah,
he was a man playing with kids.
Oh, he was a man playing. Like, he got in the NBA and was a man playing with kids.
Check it out
on some teams.
Yeah,
and it's like Jordan wasn't. Jordan had to become. Like, had to grow up in the NBA a little bit to become
what he is.
Yeah. And I think that gave him a little more drive.
I was never really into basketball. For some reason, I never did.
I don't mind it. It's just I don't care about sports in general that much at all anymore.
Yeah, I was never into sports until I got into, like, my 30s. Other than one-on-one sports. I was into, like, martial arts, boxing, and stuff like that. But I wasn't into the team sports stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was into it for maybe 2 or 3 years, and it just lost its appeal to me.
I mean, I was into it young. My dad was a huge hockey fan, still is.
Yeah.
And, I got out of high school and probably into my 30s. It's basically when I went broke as fuck and, like, the Red Wings just everyone. It's just at a point you just gotta. The Lions. When you're a Lions fan, at a point you either give the fuck up or.
Well, I gave up a long time ago.
I don't understand how you still like.
I won't watch them. I won't even watch them.
They're on right now, I think.
I'm not interested.
They're gonna win.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they will, because it's gonna fuck up their position. They always do. They have a chance to get like a super really good person, and they'll win. That way, they get dropped down 5 places, and end up getting the mediocre person, or they'll pick the wrong person. I mean,
they are so pitiful.
Yeah, it's that. I don't know. It's because it's 2 rich kids running the team. Like both the Ford that died, and Martha Ford's a Firestone. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking. That's just as much wealth as the Fords.
Yep.
So it's like, no shit. They don't understand how the world works.
And people are going down there spending their money.
And they probably don't even give 2 shits about the team in general. If you think about it.
They probably do to a certain degree.
No, they care about whether or not it turns a profit.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's all they care about. They care about whether it turns up. They know that it makes money. They don't care if they win or lose. They know that they need to get the people in the stands.
And the people will come.
Yep. Because they always do.
They show up and buy those beers.
Yep.
And
that's where the real money is.
Yep.
Fuck the other money.
Beers and hot dogs.
Yep. And then they pay the players a fraction of % of the fucking TV revenue. That's it. Yep. That's all they pay them is the TV revenue. Yep. And then people complain because they make too much money. I mean, yeah. If they were, if the owners were to say, okay, players make less money, but everyone else through the organization, all the way down to the food vendors, will make more money, then I think the players would do it. Some of them.
Not gonna happen.
No, it never will happen because the owners wouldn't do that. The owners would say, okay, you take less money, we get more.
That would look like socialism to them. They would never do it.
They'd make a better product.
They don't care. They're making big money right now.
I know.
Those guys are knocking down gigantic money.
Billions. Monopolies.
We're not talking about millions.
We're back in the
We're talking about billions.
I know.
If I can pay a guy they just signed Green Bay Packers quarterback.
They actually they readjusted his shit.
$143 million or some shit like that.
Yeah.
One guy's making that.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, that's only a fraction.
It is.
Of the TV money. Just the TV money does not include.
The owners are making billions.
Yeah, does not include the money they make off the fucking jerseys, the money they make off the drinks,
merchandising, all of that.
The stadiums they didn't build, the cities built them.
9 times out of 10,
money, and the taxpayers get nothing for it. But if you want to say, hey, give the taxpayers money back for it, let's share the revenue with the taxpayers. What the fuck happened? Oh, socialism.
That's socialism. That's socialism.
We paid for it. Why don't we get a cut? That's why Yang wants to do the fucking. The thing. He's like, you guys' data is what's paying for all this shit. Why don't you get a cut? Yeah. Dude, a fraction of a % would cover the cut of what we pay.
It's crazy, man.
Make,
It's crazy, but we got a bunch of gray-haired, old white dudes running the country.
Yep.
Running everything, the corporations and the country.
Trying to keep that power.
Yep.
Fuck them.
You say fuck them.
Fuck them all.